kindergartners, it's Annie. I hope you got a chance to watch my reading workshop video all about pattern power. I want to read you some more pattern books that you can use to practice reading with pattern power and picture power and sound power and snap word power and pointer power and all your super reading powers. Here we go. Worm is hot. Worm is hot. Worm gets a fan. Worm is still hot. Worm gets another fan. Worm is still hot. Worm gets another fan. Worm gets another fan. Worm blows away. Whoosh! Now I'm going to show it to you again, and you read it. Don't forget your pointer power, even if you think you know every word. Don't forget the title. I probably should have said, remember not to touch the screen when you use your pointer power. I don't want your family to get mad at me. All right, here we go. Worm is stuck. Worm is a circle. Worm is a square. Worm is a triangle. Worm is a zigzag. Worm is a figure 8. Worm is a bow. Worm is a knot. Worm is stuck. Help! Now you try it. Silly worm. This one's called Just Right. Worm looks at frog's feet. Too big, says worm. Worm looks at turtle's shell. Too green, says worm. Worm looks at rat's tail. Too long, says worm. Worm looks at worm. Just right, says Worm. Notice that this book has some talking marks. You can tell what Worm is saying because of those talking marks. We can also call them quotation marks. When you see them, you know someone's saying something. All right, now you read it. All right, last one. I think you'll like this one. This is one of our favorites in room 4. Drip, drip, drip. Drip. Worm gets a bucket. Drip, drip, drip. Worm gets more buckets. Drip, 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 drip. Worm gets more and more buckets. No more drips, says Worm. Water for sale, says Worm. Water for sale, 50 cents. Did that ending surprise you? All right, now you read it. Don't forget your pointer power. I hope you enjoyed all those worm stories. Remember, you can go back and use any of these books and also the other video about mouse and read them over and over again for good reading practice. Bye, super readers.